Hi friends, it's Becky, and I have a little bead haul to share with you from Bead Box Bargains. It's actually most of one big order and then a little bit from another order. So I've got actually two of my little freebies here that I wanted to show you what we got. Bead Box Bargains is the sister store for Bargain Bead Box. If you're a subscriber there, you get a 30% off coupon you can use there, but they already have really good prices. Usually you get check glass beads, some gemstones, some findings at really, really decent prices, and it is they've been having some specials. They do things like every week they've got like a new little special or a bundle or something that you can purchase. In fact, this was from 2 weekends ago. They had 3 spooky bundles that you could get, and if you want spooky stuff, go check out Jenny's unboxing of these. She pulled them out of here, took a look at what was in each of them, and then sorted them into an organizer. So I will link to her unboxing for the spooky bundles in the description below. There were little Halloween bundle specials that they had a couple of weeks ago there. But I have a little bead haul that when I bought those, I was just 100% in the mood for fall things. So I've got them sort of in order how they are on the packing list so we can go through and look at them. But if you are someone who is just in love with the sound of leaves crunching and that nip in the air and sweaters and jacket weather and all of that, and you are ready for some fall flavored things, sit back, relax, get yourself a nice warm cup of hot spiced drinks, some cozy slippers, and let's get into this and take a look at what I decided to get from my last order and a couple of orders before that are sort of more autumnal themed, less spooky season, but definitely more autumnal here. So the freebies that they gave out, because they usually do a freebie or two depending on how big your order is, were these. And they usually have a number on the bags. If they are sold out, you can still find the listings for them on the using a web browser. Jenny found out how to do that. You go to Google and you put in Bead Box Bargains and then quotation mark this number and then close quotes and then search on that. Usually it just works with the Google browser. I tried it with Edge. It wasn't as successful, but it would bring up the page that this used to be a listing of. So if we have those numbers and they are sold out, you can still find the listing. If they are not sold out, just searching for the number should still pull it up for you. So it looks like I've got some chain here, stainless steel. This was a freebie for me. It is CH wire 510. And then a check glass heart. It doesn't have a product number, but it is a white alabaster with a little bit of a pink swirl. And that's like we are drilled side to side, not top to bottom on this heart, through that top there. And then for my other order, I got 2 of these. They were rather large orders, so I did get more than one freebie in my package. We've got some more chain here. First one was Figaro chain. This is CH wire 508. And this one is like twisty chain. It's not paperclip chain, is it? I don't think so. But it is also the stainless steel color. And then we've got a patterned focal with a pink enameled bit right there in the center. This pendant, antique silver color, and this doesn't have a number, but I've seen it on their site before. I think I actually even bought it at one point. Those are my freebies. So let's get into the actual beads and or findings that we got here. Alright, well, the first thing that I have are some bead caps right here at the front of my list. These are pattern cone bead caps. They are 10 by 7 millimeters. There are 10 of them. It's cap 415. And they are antique bronze with turquoise patina on them. I've gotten these in bead boxes before. They're just a really great bead cap and something great to have in your stash for just extending the things that you can do. And that's a lot of times when I buy the findings, they're things that just kind of enhance my stash. And these 4-leaf bead caps are doing the same thing, basically, filling that same role for me. I've got this 478 in antique bronze. We've got 508 in antique copper. $5.10 in antique gold. Everything is antique nowadays. Even me, because I was born in the 1900s. Everybody hated that. Alright, and then we've got antique silver, and these are the bead caps that I got in my order. Next we'll move on to some beads, but let's take a look real quick at both of these. I'm showing the top side and bottom side for each of them. I will put the rest of these away, put them back in their bags after we get through all of this. You don't need to sit through this whole thing. Alright, next we've got some crystal beads. It's about a 15.5-inch strand of 8 by 6 millimeter faceted rondelles in a Midnight Skies mix. And I'm going to give it a little wiggle because I love the sparkle. But we've got some dark cobalt blue, we've got some metallic blue, some metallic gold, and some black beads, and then some more clear capri blues. It's a fantastic little crystal mix, I think. Really fun and pretty, and in fact I got it in another size. This is crystal 3631. Sorry, that was 3618. 3631. Our 6 by 5 millimeter. Same colorway, Midnight Skies mix. And this is a 16-inch strand. Alright. And then I got some crystal bicones in metallic dark gold. These are 4 millimeter bicones, and this is $38.54. And then we got some more crystal rondelles here. They had several of these mixes of these crystal rondelles, and I just was definitely ready to spice up some of my stash with some of these mixes. This one is 5012. It's 16.5 inches, and they're 6 by 5 millimeters. This one is amethyst shades. You have some crystal and AB. You have some rainbow AB. You've got some dark purple iris. You've got some lavender. It is a nice little mix of beads here. And these ones I think are my favorites. And you can see why. This is crystal 5015. Look how pretty these are. They're jet with rainbow iris stripes around the center of them. They are 8 by 6 millimeters, and this is about a 7.5-inch strand. Aren't these magical? I love them. Alright, more bead mixes. These are not on a strand. This is Crystal 5132. And this is the Apple Orchard mix. These crystal pieces are 4.5 by 3.5 millimeters. And there's about 500 pieces in this bag. That is a fantastic autumnal colorway there. Especially like the apple orchard flavors. You've got some golds and reds, some caramelly colors, some fun things like that. Alright, next I've got some flower bead caps. There's about 70 of them in here, 10 grams. These are just super cute. These little trumpet shape bead caps in this bright silver color. One fun thing about this is that this length of it from where that is going to make this a really great bead cap to provide some separation between some smaller beads and some larger beads. And I might incorporate them into something that I make later when I do a stash make. I was talking to Jenny and saying I really don't do as many stash makes as I want to do, so sometime this week we're going to do a stash make, and it is going to be fun, and we are going to have a great time with it. Alright, next we've got some golden hematoid quartz micro-faceted round beads. It's these guys here. They're 4 millimeters on a 15-inch strand. They are just a nice, light, airy, peachy yellow colors. Just light golden colors. Because, you know, one thing about like fall colors is it's not just orange. It is all sorts of different shades of golden. Some orange, yeah, but a lot of amber shades, as well as red shades. It's fantastic like that. And then I got some eye pins. I like using eye pins sometimes. I usually end up using, for the most part, craft wire when I do like my beaded links, but eye pins are a great way to make it just go faster, because then you only have to worry about one loop when you do that. And often the stainless steel, like this is, it is 18 karat cold plated stainless steel. It's often stronger than the craft wire to be able to have your simple loops last a little bit longer and be a little bit more durable. So steel pins, pin 601 is what I got with that. It's 21 gauge, and that is 48 inches long, or 48 centimeters, not inches. 48 inches would be really, really long, my friends. Alright, next we've got these links. This is Fine 1401. This is a budding branch textured oval link. And I just really love this. It's rustic, it's pretty, and that would make a really great focal, like on a bracelet or something, or possibly have some things hanging down from here, and then a necklace coming up around there for these. Might be good in a pair of earrings as well. You could have something hanging down here, and then another bead up here between that and the top. They're fairly lightweight, the metal that's made out of, so they would not weigh too heavily upon one's ears. Alright. And then we've got some maple leaf charms. These are 23 by 15 millimeters, and they are in bright gold. And this is where we're starting to get more into our fall flavors, our autumnal picks. Did I say 2815 is the number? Find 2815. And then we've got some antique gold leaf links right here. Let's find 2819. They're 31 by 17 millimeters, and there are 14 in here. I love these, the texture on this type of link. You've got a loop here on the stem, And then on the back of the leaf right here, you've got a second loop. It's the front and back. There's 4 of these. And then more big metal leaf beads. I just kind of went nuts a little bit with all the fall things. I was like, this and this and this and this, and it was a very add to cart kind of a day. This is Find 2824, and I've gotten these before in some other bead boxes or from other shopping excursions, but I feel like you could never have enough antique bronze colored leaves. And these are not links, they are just pendants, or yeah, could use them as a charm if you wanted to. Alright, and then we've got some moth pendants that I grabbed. That's these guys here. They are black, teal, white, and gold. And they are really pretty, just that muted sort of romantic color. Let's find 2860. Ooh, and now we're getting into our acorn charms. I got all the acorn charms, friends. Alright, so we've got Find 4111. These are 13 by 5 millimeter acorn charms, and I got them in gold. I got them in silver, that's 4114. And I got them in antique bronze, and that's 4115. So perfect for a autumnal, what is it called? The thing. Charm bracelet. There's going to be a lot of things in here that I could pull from to do a charm bracelet for that. But then I've got some sunflower round pendants with rhinestones in antique gold. These are 23 by 20 millimeters. And I love that amber rhinestone right in the center. Amber is the color of your energy. Right there. They're super pretty. And I don't know why we've got this type of label. Maybe this is a new type of label that they're going to be doing for more of the things in the shop. Or it might be part of a bundle at some point, but I don't know. That's just how it came labeled. I'm not complaining. It makes it a little bit easier. These are day and night pendant sets. It's Find 2836. And I actually think these are in the most recent bundle. But look at these. Aren't these cool? You've got your day, and then you've got your night, and they fit together. They don't actually snap together, but how fun would these be in a pair of earrings, my friends? Or a pair of matching best friend necklaces. Or sister necklaces. Maybe. Alright, and then we got some snaky things because I like snakes. Actually, no, this isn't a snake, it's a dragon, but it's a dragon link. It is Find 2839. It's brass and cubic zirconia. It is fierce. And then I've got another link here. Find 2841. It is a crescent moon link in gunmetal. And it also has some cubic zirconia in it. is that? Sparkly. Okay, here's more Dragon Link. This is 2842, and this is gold color Dragon Link. So we had the silver, and this is gold. I think the cubic zirconia show up better against the gold because there's more, what is it called? The contrast. These were just some really cute findings. Find 4860. The globe spins. It is not an accurate globe though. Come on, is that a dolphin? I think it's pretty hard to get accurate at that scale, but still. For all of our geography nerds out there. Or cartography. Then we've got some enameled butterfly pendants. This is find 4864. Put these other ones in here. And they have orange and teal on them. There were 4 of them in this. And then some sunflower pendants. They are not links, they're just pendants. I've got a lot of detail on them. And those are 4936. There were also a couple of things that didn't quite fit in my organizer here, right here, that were really big. Definitely fun things to create with. These are tassel pendants. So I've got this one, it is 4872. It's got this texture on one side. You can see where the tassel is glued to the back. It's got a little loop up here. But these are going to be, they're really lightweight, so they would make really fantastic earrings for kind of a real boho look. And then there are these, which are just even bigger. Look at this. This is fantastic. Just the dark red and the mustard all together with these tassels. That's as big as half of my face, basically. But it's got all of this texture here on the front. You can see where it's glued onto the back here. And that is find 4871. Alright, let's get to some more acorns though, because these are really, really fun. These acorns are a little bit different because you see how they're all long like this? These are patterned after live oak acorns. That's find 5134. Now here in Texas, live oaks are kind of a big deal. They're like everywhere in central Texas. In fact, they just spent like almost, I think it was more than $1 million to uproot and transport like 100-year-old live oak here locally, because it's like historical and all that. But these acorns are a different shape, and I got it in antique bronze. 5135 is antique silver. It's like, how fun would it be to have just all the different colors, all the different metals, all the different sizes of acorns in like a charm bracelet? That would be a lot of fun, actually. We've got these, and the really cool thing about live oaks that I didn't know until I was well into my 40s is that they are an evergreen tree. Alright, and then we've got some more acorn charms here. These are 20 by 6 millimeters, and we've got it in antique bronze. And these ones have sort of a more textured cap up at the top. On those, this is find 5138 for the antique bronze. And they've also got it in antique silver. And that is $51.39. I'm gonna keep moving on. After that, we've got some triple leaf charms. This is an antique silver. They're 20 millimeters in size. And there's even a really big jump ring actually, that these are attached to. Let's get that a little closer. $51.63. It's about a 10 millimeter jump ring. And then some chandelier links. And we've got pokey outy bits, and that would be the front. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes along the bottom for attaching different things. These are going to be a lot of fun to do some I mean, look at this, $51.65. These are some little leaf charms, but I mean, come on. Can you see how this could possibly go with just add a little bead or something in between this and these, and have yourself some beady, leafy, fun charms. These are also in silver. And this I thought was real super cute. It's my last one in this little tray. Find $56.39. These are owl links, and they are gold and turquoise. And the little links are on the sides of our little owl guys. Like that. Where are you going, buddy? There we go. Super cute. Super cute. Alright. And we've got some enameled Halloween Nightmare Girl is what they're called. Round charm in red. There are 4 of these guys. That's fine, $52.53. Like, we're carefully avoiding DMCA or the copyright or trademark infringement on intellectual property there. Nightmare Girl, that is the generic term. And then this one is $52.77. And they're just round chandelier pendants in antique bronze with a red-brown enameled center. Alright, where are my carved leaf beads? Here we go. Now these carved leaf beads are one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, I'm just putting in a big order and getting a whole bunch of fall things. This is Gems $48.96. And it is red aventurine with all of these different tones. You could definitely do like a little bit of an ombre. Like that with those. They had them in different gem stones as well, like this lapis for $48.97. Lapis lazuli. And they are 12 by 9 millimeters, by the way. And there was a couple more in a different color, but they were out of order, so I'm just doing this in the order that they were in. So we'll get to the other ones that I got in here eventually as we keep going down this little list. Alright, next we've got some red agate. This is an 8mm, 14.5-inch strand. And these red agate beads, they make me think of carnelian. They are dyed and heated, so it's sort of 5700 is the number on that, but they are definitely in autumnal colorway. It's something that would be fantastic mixed in with some of these other beads. Get back in your bag. Be too good for your bag. Alright. Next we've got some faceted agate round beads. These are 4mm, 14.5 inches, and these came in one of our either bead bundles or one of our bargain bead boxes, but that is fantastic there. And I'm pretty sure that that is gem 5361, even though it doesn't have that number written on here. I couldn't find 5361 in here, and there was just that one. Alright. Gem 6333 is citrine, and they are 4x3 millimeters. And these are 6364, 3mm multi-moonstone beads. I love the soft peaches in this, and the sweet little gray beads in there. And then we've got some prenite, gem 6377. Because light greens and dark greens still work really well with these other fall colors. And these are 3mm multi-moonstones. So these are round instead of the rondelles that I showed you earlier. And that is 6711. This is 6855. They are 6x4mm sunstone beads. And they are faceted. And I am in love with these. This is dark brown agate. They are dyed and heated. And they are 6mm on a 13-inch strand. You range anywhere from this dark brown to some more root beer colored. We got some cream soda in here. And some light, almost yellow, clear ones as well. So it's a nice variety of browns in here. Love them. Alright, here's where we got some more of our carved leaf beads. This one is serpentine. They are the same size as the others. They're 12x9. That's 72.80. And that one. And this one gets lumped in with the gemstones, even though it is resin, because it's synthetic amber. It is 72.82, and they are these yellow pumpkin beads. They are carved. move that over to the side. And here's more of the carved leaf beads. This is 7516. These are red jasper. They are fantastic. I can definitely see me using these and these all in the same design. Maybe even these green aventurine ones too. These are 5717. Maybe start with some green ones, then rotate all the way through the different colors, from green to yellow to orange to red. Yeah, in fact, that's my idea. Nobody steal it. Just kidding. Everybody steal it. Alright, next we had one of the bead mixes for these butterflies. And it was just, I couldn't say no to this. It's a glass butterfly bead mix. There are 4 different styles and sizes in here. And this is the crystal shimmer color. So you've got some large butterfly beads. You've got some small butterfly beads. You've got some soft rounded butterfly beads. You've got some teeny tiny butterfly beads. And so you've got all of these here. 1642 is the number on that glass, 1642. And then they had a different color available at the site too. And it was this one. It's Crystal AB, and that's 1644. And it's basically the same type of bead. It just has more of that AB finish rather than the shimmer finish. Okay, more bead mixes. I love bead mixes. This is the Orchid Pink bead mix. It is a 40-gram bag, and they are anywhere from 2 to 8 millimeters in size. There's some of our 8 millimeter guys. You've got some pearls, some crackle glass, some fuchsia beads, got some seed beads in here, like just a whole mess of beads. And it's like a little bead party, just pinks and fuchsias. And how could I not, honestly? It looked like a ton of fun. And I am going to get these back in here real quick so that I can finish my unboxing. But yeah, there were several bead mixes that they put up, and I am a sucker for a good bead mix. This would be fantastic with some stretch bracelets, or maybe even better with memory wire, maybe? I don't know. Or just some stringing wire, and just keep going until you run out of beads and do like a wrap bracelet with it. That would be a really fun thing to do with that one. Alright, now we've got some more leaf beads. I love glass leaf beads. They're one of my favorite things to do, or to play around with. And sometimes, you know, you look at leaf beads and you're like, how do I use these ones? They're central drilled and top drilled and side to side drilled and that sort of thing. I did a video last year with some leaf beads to give you some ideas of ways to use them in things. This is glass 1671. I'll put a link to them in the description below for that tutorial. But these are ivy leaf beads, so they are drilled top down, and they are green vitriol. They're 8 by 10 millimeters. This is a 12-inch strand. So it's crystal on one side, and then that vitriol on the other. And these are beautiful, beautiful leaf beads. So that is, again, drilled top to bottom. And then these ones are drilled side to side. They're glass 1672. And they are Peridot AB. Look at those. Those are perfect. They actually have some metallic ones at the Bead Box Bargains right now, which are fantastic, and they loaded them up after I purchased these, so they weren't in this order. They're on their way to my house, though. Because leaf beads, am I right? But these are magical. Honestly, I think these are sold out. Maybe they will get some more back in, hopefully, because they are perfect for fall designs. Look at these. They are GLS 1673. They are red, gold, rainbow, iris. They are the same. They are 11 by 7, and they are drilled side to side instead of down through the center. Are these not just perfect? But yeah, they've got others in metallic colors as well. They're glass beads with metallic coatings, like gold and silver and hematite. They are the same type of shape as these, so those are available. If these aren't available, they've got other ones, but in love with those, absolutely in love. Cannot foresee doing anything else with those except the fall leaf things. Alright, got another bead mix here. This is GLS 1674. It is warm boho, so you've got warm browns, some burgundies, some light peachy tones, and some pinks in this one. These are 4.5 by 3.5 faceted rondelles. And then these are really fun. This is 1679. And they are glass cylinder beads, and it is matte peach for this one. They are 11.5 by 3 millimeters, 3.5 millimeters in size. And I also got them in matte teal. So 1679 for the peach and 1680 for the teal. There we go. These are going to be a lot of fun to use in some of my designing things, and I'm putting them all out on here for that last look at all my beads haul. Last look when we're all done getting all these out of here. Alright, next we've got some more seed bead mixes, so it's beads and seed beads. This is Snow Queen. It's a 20-gram bead mix. I'm not going to spill them out because it's just going to take too long to put them back in here. But this is 1683. Again, I love a good bead mix. So sucker. Grabbed them all. This next one is Ballerina. It's the same type of bead mix. It looks like this one's got some twisted bugles in here too. That's really fun. That's 1684. And then this is turquoise glass bead mix, 20 grams of that. And that's 1761. So those were some not quite fall things, but they were in my order, so I put them in here with this. Next we've got some porcelain beads. These are white porcelain with orange luster, 1721. And these are white with alabaster. White beige, I should say. And that's 1720. These are my porcelain pumpkin beads. Because pumpkins aren't just for Halloween, y'all. They're definitely my favorite fall gourd. Oh, my gourd. I do quite enjoy an acorn squash though, if I'm real honest. And then we've got some glass pumpkin beads. This is clear with gold shimmer. 1722. This one is 1723, and it is clear berry with a gold shimmer. And I've got some more ceramic beads. These are floral rounds in white and brown and orange. 1762, right there. We're gonna run out of room real quick, but that's okay. I'm having fun. This was a big bead haul, friends. I'm moving along though, moving along. Because then we've got some English ivy beads. These are lampwork glass. They are 15 millimeters in size. And this is an ombre pale mint green. So you've got all of these different colors. We have a top drill right through the front to back. Here, let's get, there you go. Now you can see where the hole is on that. And this is lamp 711. And now it's time to get to another organization carrier thing. Make some room for everybody over here. Because we've got some more ivy leaf beads. These are 713. And they are in an ombre olivine. Speaking of more ombres, we've got this one. It's OTH001. It's acrylic. So it's an acrylic fall leaf pendant in vibrant autumn. They are 40 by 21 millimeters in size. And that one just fell under the desk. That's alright. I will find it in just a little bit. There are two of these though. In here, that is the front and that is the back. And being acrylic, they are nice and big and they do not weigh very much. So they would be amazing as earrings, I think, in my opinion. So you've got those, and then there's this one. That was Vibrant Autumn, and this is Pale Autumn. And that is OTH002. And I love both of them for different reasons. Alright. I'm going to skip past some of these. I'm just going to go through these eye pins and head pins really quick. We've got some 22 gauge stainless steel, 501. These are 57 millimeter head pins with the fancy brass. It's 544. We've got the same thing in antique copper instead of antique gold. It is 545. You've got some 22 gauge head pins or eye pins in antique copper at 549. Some 18 karat gold plated 21 gauge eye pins at 602. Some rose gold plated eye pins. These are 35 millimeters, so they're a little bit shorter, and they are 603. These are 30 millimeters, so they're even shorter than that. And that is 604. And then these are 21 gauge, 35 millimeter, 605, 20 gauge, so they are thicker wire than those ones that I just showed you. Same metal though. That's stainless steel for 606. They're the same length, 34 millimeters. So I just wanted to do the findings super quick. So then we can move on to my antique bronze green patina leaf pendant. And that is PNDT 1417. And that'll go great with those bead caps we had at the very beginning, or with some of my other patina findings that I have. Ooh, these are fun. I love the carved leaf beads. Look at this tiger eye. This is 1825. It is a carved tiger eye leaf pendant. There are a lot of variations on this. I got one that has a ton of chatoyancy right in there. On the front of it, it's got a hole drilled through the side, up at the top, and it is 42 by 26 millimeters in size. Next we've got a little labradorite bat pendant. I thought this would be a fantastic addition to my Midnight Menagerie box, honestly. So we've got the back there, and is that real labradorite actually? Because that is a lot of flash if it is. I don't feel like it's real, but it might be. This is 18 by 37 millimeters, and it's actually currently, I think they still have some of these in the monthly picks site part of the website. It says PNDT 1948, and those are things that they pulled from the sister store just to group them together, because they thought that they would go really well with the sister store, or with the bargain bead box. And then this one, I know it's sold out. The last 2 times that they stocked this, I wasn't able to grab one before they sold out. So this time when it went up for sale, I got 2 of them. And I'm glad I did, because my sister missed out. So now that I've got 2 of them, I can share one with her. This is PNDT 2934. And these are super cute. They are wooden acorn pendants with a hidden compartment. So you can be a nature girly and stow your poison in here. Or, you know, whatever. Magical ingredients for a spell, or, you know, ADHD meds. I don't know. Whatever you want to put in there. But yeah, I'm glad that I had the foresight to get 2 of them, because when I talked to my sister, I was like, oh, did you see these? She said, oh, they've sold out. And I was like, well, don't worry, I got you. That was a synopsis of our conversation. And then I got another tiger eye pendant, because as long as we're going for golden browns, why not? And look at that. That's so pretty. This is a rectangular tiger eye pendant, $29.54. It's got that top hole. And it is 25 by 18 millimeters in size. And then this is a 19 by 18 millimeter top drilled leaf pendant that is carved, and it is serpentine or new jade. And I'm just going to put this right here so you can get a better look at that curvature, how that is carved. $29.59 for that one. It's a little bit bigger than my thumb. No, not quite. And then I got some aventurine. Or wait, is it? Yeah, green aventurine. 30 by 20 millimeter. antique silver oval pendant, $30.90. Okay, and these were New Jade Serpentine Teardrops. These came in one of the bargain bead boxes or companion bundle. Can't remember which one it was, but it was in the spring, I think, where we had some greens and light yellows and that sort of thing. But you can never have too much with these. This is $33.45 for that one. Big leaf pendant, $34.59. It is stainless steel, and it is 62 by 40 millimeters in size, so it is a big boy. That's the back, and that's the front. I love when the back has like just as interesting of a patterning as the front does for big focals like this, because then, you know, if it twists around or something while you're wearing it, it still looks nice. Alright, and then there's this one. It is pretty. It is $34.60. It is a 33 by 31 millimeter stainless steel hammered statement necklace piece. And I love that. It just has the one loop here at the top. You could probably put a dangle in here and then have another loop that attaches it to some other things. Or maybe get a toggle bar and have that be or something. I don't know. More carved leaves. This is bronzite. It's like the other carved leaf that we already looked at with the tiger's eye, only it is bronzite. And the number on that is $34.63. And more green aventurine. I love green aventurine, friends. It's one of my favorites. This is $34.64. And then there's white crazy lace agate. There are a lot of different variations for this one, and it looks like I got a nice gray white on this. That's $34.65. And then there were just a couple of these things that I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. Like these. This is PNDT $34.73. It is cherry quartz teardrop pendants, 35 by 10 millimeters in size. And these are more green aventurine. Same as the cherry quartz. Like that. And then this is white agate carved shell pendant with a brass loop and an imitation pearl drop. Oh, this would be a perfect little dangle to have on a bracelet or something. $34.76, like an ocean themed sort of thing. Alright, and then we've got some carnelian carved ginkgo leaf drops. These are 20 by 15 millimeter, $34.78 for this one. So more leaves, please. And then I've got the same but in blue. So these ones are blue agate. They're 20 by 15 millimeters as well. And the blue ones are 3480. Alright, and then there's a black lift carved shell bead. That is 3488. A two-tone wavy circle pendant with 18 karat gold plating. So it's stainless steel plus the 18 karat gold. And it looks like we've only got the two-tone on the front of it and not the back. We've got a little loop up here at the top. That's 3489. Let's turn these around so we can actually see what's in there. Oh. This is sweet. This $34.90. It is a teeny tiny little pendant with a dragonfly. It is 20 by 14 millimeters in size, and that was not in the camera. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Let me turn that over so you can see the other side. But it has 18 karat gold plated dragonfly on there. And then this one is a butterfly pendant, 26 by 21 millimeters, more hammered steel with the 18 karat gold plating. And is it? No, it is not cubic zirconia, it's just the hammer tone that gives you that look. It's $34.91. Right. Now, these two things are ones that I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I had to get it. They are these porcelain bottle pendants. So this one is $34.84. And look at these like folk art flowers on here. It already comes on a cord with some little wooden beads on it. And this cord is adjustable. So I don't know if I'm even going to change anything with it, or even what I'm going to do with it, but I think it's super cute, and I was thinking of just kind of hanging it up near my workstation or something so that I can look at something cute and adorable while I'm working. It is a working bottle, by the way. The cork comes out, and you can put potions in there if you want. Our little mementos. And that's the smaller one of the ones that I got. This is the larger one. It is $35.77. And it is, look at those like cherry blossoms and a beautiful bird on it. But again, just like the other, it comes on a cord already set with an adjustable length knot on it, and it is also a working bottle. But yeah, these porcelain bottles were a little bit of a surprise on the site. I wasn't sure if I would actually get them, and then I was like, you know what? I love them. I have to get them anyway. So I don't know that I'll be making jewelry with them, but they're nice to have. They were a fun find. This was another thing that I actually forgot that I ordered this. It is, there we go, an antique style floral patterned pocket watch. Wait, you have to push it in order to open it. And it actually works. You have to set the time on it, but it comes with a chain And it closes. It's a functioning pocket watch. This is $35.08. And I think they did have a couple of other types of pocket watches available on the site as well. I actually forgot I ordered this. Maybe I meant to order something else, but you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I think it's pretty cool. All right, and then we've got some moon phase spacers, 1422. Some square textured spacers, 1630, in antique silver and antique gold, 1629. And then some leaf spacers. These are 1686. And they are in antique gold. They are 18 by 6 millimeters. And I love, love, love them. I'm wearing actually a bracelet with the same type of spacer bead used as a dangle over here. And so I could probably do something similar with these ones too. This does a different color. But yeah, that's antique copper for the colorway on that one. And then we've got some owl spacers. These are 11 by 9 millimeters in antique silver. They are 1935. That's the number, not how much they cost. They cost a lot less than that. They're like $1.29 or something. And then some more leaf spacers. These are $9.88. They are 7 millimeters in size. Antique silver. And I think we've got the same thing in antique bronze here. $9.89. And I got them again in rose gold. This is $9.91. So I think I am pretty ready for some fall flavored things with these. Let me get this one out here. This is their toggle clasp. Tog $3.91. I've already got a lot of things in my my stash actually that would work for fall things, but I could not resist all of these. So we did get them in that last order. Yeah, so this ivy leaf toggle clasp is that one. It is 28 by 29 millimeter with a 20 millimeter bar. And this bar is, it's just a, would that even fit in there? How does this work as a toggle clasp? I don't, oh geez, that's a tight squeeze. Yeah, I'm not going to use these as a toggle clasp. I've just decided because that's going to be awkward, but they would probably make really great pendants or dangles or something else, because there's no other place to attach something to but here, and there's just not a lot of space for maneuvering the toggle into and out of. And if there was anything like any large beads, this toggle would not be able to pull through all the way. It's not a very well designed toggle, I don't think, but this could definitely be used for something else. Yeah, I'm not going to use those as closures. That way lies madness. Alright, so I think I just round this up. Yeah, I'm going to definitely be doing some fall themed makes with y'all. We're going to do some stash makes. I'll grab my other fall leaf beads. We've got, you know, I've got plenty of other ones too that I can throw in with these. But if you wanted to check out Bead Box Bargains to see if you can grab yourself some of these like leaf beads, they actually added a whole bunch more leaf and autumnal things to the site after I placed this order. So there's even more now that is available. I'm going to put a link in the description below to Bead Box Bargains. And again, if you are a subscriber to Bargain Bead Box, you do get a 30% off coupon that is good for 2 months from the time that you get your box that will give you a discount on all of these items at the site. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get these all sorted into my stash. And until next time, my friends, happy beading!